So if you're scared to get neck surgery, believe me, I understand. I was so scared for so many years and was in pain for a long time. I had pain like shooting down my arm. I had nerve damage. I had numbness, tingling in my fingers. I tried everything. Massage, epidurals, stem cells, chiropractic, acupuncture, physical therapy, like all that stuff. And I finally got it done, and I'm so happy. So I've got, you can see 2 incisions. I had 3-level surgery, cervical surgery. 1 fusion at C6, 7, and then 2 artificial disc replacements, 1 at C3, 4 and 1 at C5, 6. So going into it, man, I'm not gonna lie, I was fearful. I'm like praying, I'm getting right with God. I'm trying to get everything out there that I need to try to get right with God. But going into it, I felt good because I felt comfortable. I let go, and I trusted the doctor too. So when I came out, they had me in a soft cast, not a hard cast. They typically do hard cast for people who have fusions or multi-level fusions. You don't want a whole lot of movement. Because I had the artificial disc replacements, I had a soft cast. Anyway, took a lot longer. I guess there was a lot of bone growth there. So the doctor actually had to replace the drill bit, which is one of his assistants said, "Wow, I've never seen you do that," because there was so much bone growth. And what happened was the bone was just trying to protect me. It was like basically fusing C6, C7, and I had kind of limited motion, range of motion there. But he had to get out of there, get all that out of there in order to clean it up and get it done. Took him 7 hours. He thought it was going to take like 3. But coming out, definitely in a lot of pain. I had to go back to the hospital about 5 hours afterwards because I couldn't pee. So they have that catheter in you, and what it does is it inflames your prostate. I have a enlarged prostate already. It wasn't bad, but I wasn't taking medication or anything, but whatever. I have to get up and pee a few times a night. But it made it worse. So then I had the catheter in there, and man, that was painful. Try to sleep with that. That was like, honestly, it was worse than the pain from my neck. Although I say the first night, so I took the hydrocodone, acetaminophen, and there was a muscle relaxer. I only took it 1 day because, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I know myself, like, I don't want to get hooked on anything. So I roughed it out. That second day was absolutely miserable. Thank God I had my wife, helping me out. My son helped me out. And this is where, you have somebody who like loves you. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't even get out of bed. I was in so much pain with the catheter, and she's like emptying my pee bag for me, 3-4 times a night, whatever it was, with no complaints. I'm so grateful. She's my little angel, my little gift from God. That man, I'm so blessed to have her. So I would say the pain was still real bad on day 3. Day 4, it lifted just a little bit, and I prayed on it. I said, "Father, please help me. Just, I can't stand this. Lift the pain just a little bit." And I felt it. It was real. I mean, the presence of God was real there, and it lifted, just took the edge off. Didn't take away all the pain, but just took the edge off like a little God wink. It was so beautiful. Oh, so beautiful. And then by day 5, I was in pain, but it wasn't that bad. I'm taking, lots of acetaminophen. And then got the catheter taken out right around that time. Then I had to go back again and have one put in. So I had it for like a week, almost 1 week taken off. Then I go back again, put another one in. It was still in there for another 5 days or whatever. So grateful for that, because then I can get that, I'm getting that checked out. But my range of motion, here I am, let's see, 5 weeks, almost 6 weeks. I'm about 6 weeks, and my range of motion is getting better. It's not, 100%. Still can't lift. Don't want to lift anything overhead, or, no lat pull downs, no overhead press. And I would say, well, first of all the pain was gone. Like right after the surgery, all the pain was gone. So I had numbness, tingling in my finger, like pain shooting down my arm, like immediately that was gone. So I knew, it wasn't a pinched nerve anymore. Praise God. So there's limitations on, stuff I can do right now. It's going to be 6 months till I'm feeling pretty good. And I'm like, how long till I get back to jujitsu? He's like, oh, do you really want to do that? Yes, I do. Because I'm crazy like that. So it's 6 months until I can roll lightly. And then it's 1 year before you're fully healed. So it's a year to really know, like, what's it going to be like after this. But, there's still neck pain, soreness. I've been going through physical therapy now 6 weeks, and it's helping. It's definitely helping. I've got, knots, and they just kind of press down on the knots. But a lot of the physical therapy stuff I'm able to do at home now, because I kind of know the drill. They have me doing chin tucks, where you just kind of tuck your chin, push in and hold, and, do like hold for 5 seconds, do 10 of those. And then you do, kind of stretches on this side, and then, your chin, you go over towards your shoulder, pull down, and you're just holding, kind of static holds, same thing, holds. What else? Press here, and I'm kind of pressing forward. Same thing with back, pressing a little bit back. So, what else? I got a TENS unit to try to loosen that stuff up, a little heating pad, because they do that every time. And I kind of got, some of the exercises down. They do these, rows, and you do some stuff with your shoulders, just with bands, light stuff. But that helps. But I would say, man, everything worked out, because the C3-4, the artificial disc, I guess the people that, whatever government agency it is that oversees all that stuff, they approved it because it's so small. They just approved it like a couple months before I had the surgery. So everything works out for me. But because he was going to do a fusion at that point. But especially if you have insurance, like don't wait. Make sure you find a good doctor, somebody that you can trust. I would go with a board certified neurosurgeon over an orthopedic surgeon, because they do a lot of extra work, like especially around the nerves. You want somebody like really good around that. Not to say orthopedic surgeons can't be good. I'm sure many of them are. But yeah. But do your research and find somebody that you trust. Because this is everything, man. If you trust, man, I've just like let go, trust in him. And God showed me this was the guy too, because everything flowed. Like I called up, like, yeah, we can get you in next week. I called a couple other people, tried to get appointments, like things, they didn't flow. It didn't work out. One guy didn't take my insurance. The other guy, the staff were like super rude, and I ended up going there, and they said, no, you're not supposed to be here. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll make another appointment. I came back, another time, and then, it didn't work out for me to see the doctor. I'm like, oh, this is just God telling me this, I've already found the guy for you. Everything was smooth. And what I found is when it flows, this is of God. and it just flowed with this doctor. It just flowed. He also has excellent reviews online, and I've heard from colleagues. I'm a personal injury lawyer, whatever, but I've heard from other colleagues about this particular doctor, and but man, I would say definitely do your research. Do your research and call. Make sure you make sure that the hospital, the anesthesiologist, like everybody that you go to, is in network for you. So I did all these phone calls to make sure about that, because you want to be hit with some surprise crazy bill. But man, I would say if you have the insurance, man, go ahead and do it once you get the right person. Because man, I feel amazing. It's only 6 weeks now, and the scar is not even that bad. I've got these. You see, there's like there's silicone. This is silicone, and it helps reduce the scarring. Take that off so you can see. So it's not too bad. Not too bad. But yeah, that stuff helps too. Man, I would hate to see like anybody that's in pain, man. If y'all have insurance, man, get it done. Get it done. But I would say also pray on it. And if it flows, that's probably a good sign. God bless y'all. Love you guys so much. God loves you, and so do I.